back to StangRi-La Garage. Thought I'd give you a little shop update since I haven't really done one of those really. Um, this is StangRi-La Garage, as you can see. This is where it all started, before the big fame and money. But just give you a little tour and some of the cars in here. That one over there you'll recognize. Both of these actually from the starting credits. But I'm going to kind of focus on this Mustang here. This is a 77 Mustang 2. I've had this car since 1989. Bought it out in Wyoming when I was going to school out there, actually. And no, it's not a Cobra 2, but it is what they had, a different package that is actually more rare than a Cobra 2. It's called a Rally package. Which gave it all the blacked out trim, and it had pinstripe all the way around the edges, like the hood, and all the way around here. But I had painted it not long after I got out of school, and as you can see, it's been sitting quite a while now, a little dirty, for a few reasons I'll get into here in a second. This is actually my daily driver, the 89 Lincoln Mark 7 LSC. There's a couple videos back where I repaired the front end of this car after it had gotten a little accident. But then not long, earlier this year I guess, it got hailed on. So it's got a few dings and dents and I need to redo the rest of the car, but just, waiting on the time and the energy to do so. But it's still a pretty solid car. It definitely needs a little love. And over here in the corner, kind of buried, you'll see another Mustang 2 in there. And that one actually is a Cobra 2. It's a late 1977 that I bought basically in that condition as you see it. It was a project when I got it. Intended for my wife, which obviously that hasn't happened yet. But hopefully one of these days I'll get around to it when I get all the rest of my projects done, right? But I've got all the pieces and parts for it. It was disassembled when I got it. So it's just been in hibernation since then. Over in this corner is normally I have curtains that I can pull down from the ceiling up here. This is kind of my paint area, however you want to call it. But I kind of disassembled that for a while, not doing any painting for a while. So it's turned into the kind of the catch-all area. We got some bikes here, mine and my wife's old banana seat bikes. We take to shows and ride around on and stuff, and are kind of going for a ride bikes. And there's a whole other shed outside that's full of bikes and all kinds of parts. And of course the Falcon, my 63 Falcon, that was my first car. Again, there's a video a few back of all the history on this car if you want to check that out. But yeah, so that's where these sit most of the time, and that's where the Lincoln and my wife's truck sits right in the middle there. Over in that corner is kind of the workbench, TV, the hangout area. We do karaoke in here sometimes on the weekends. Have parties. They have a good time. So back to the Mustang. Well, this was originally 302 4-speed car. And I drove it that way for many years. Had a couple different engines in it. Transmissions, went through transmissions. But now, as it sits, the engine that's in it right now that you're looking at is actually a pretty fully built 331 stroker with aluminum heads. It's got a pretty rowdy cam in it. Headers, the whole deal. And I put an older style Ford top loader 4-speed in it. That's way more heavy duty than the stock unit ever was. The only issue is when I put this motor together 10 years ago or so, it just was never right, and I could never figure out what was wrong with it. I bought the short block built from a place out in Florida, I believe, off the internet, and I bought it and it sat for a while before I ever got around to it. So once I got it together and running, it wasn't right. I didn't figure, I had anything to go back on. So I just been trying to figure out what's wrong with it ever since then. So it'll start and run, but it runs bad, it smokes. I'll start it up here for you in a little bit. But other than that, everything's brand new in it. So I'll give you a look on the inside here. It's pretty much original inside. That's the factory original wheel there and the dash and all that. Just got some cheapo seat covers on it, but that was part of the rally package, these upholstery, these fancy inserts. But the front ones are kind of trash, so I put some seat covers on a long time ago. But yeah, this is my my second favorite car, short of the Falcon over there. And hopefully this winter we'll be getting it back on the road or something. Whatever I gotta do, because I'm tired of it just sitting here collecting dust. So maybe in the next few videos we'll be digging into this thing. But for now, maybe I'll fire it up for you. You can hear it for yourself. Okay, let's see how this goes. I haven't started in a while. Maybe it'll fire right up. I don't know. We'll see. A true cold start, for sure. Well, as you can see, it does run, and it's not bad. Ice cold, but as soon as it gets warmed up, it starts smoking and popping and banging and farting and doing all kinds of funny things. So I'm going to start back at the beginning and go through the compression and check for vacuum leaks, the whole deal, and see if I can just figure out what's wrong with it without having to completely tear it all apart, which is probably what's going to happen anyway. But thanks for watching. If you like what I see, stay tuned. There's going to be more on this car for sure. Whatever else we get into along the way. Thanks for all the recent subscribers. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I can keep cranking out some content for you. But till then, we'll see you later.